start of the Amazing Readathon is inching ever so close, and I thought let's do a little pre-race scramble. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bree and this is 4 Paws in a Book. The next 2 weeks I am going to be participating in the Amazing Readathon pre-race scramble. It is a readathon that I have designed for my Patreon just to kind of get the hype up about the Amazing Readathon, which is happening in June. If you did not see the announcement, it's going to be the video that happened just before this, hopefully. And so I will link it up above so you can go check it out if you have no idea what it is. But I am going to be giving some Easter eggs throughout this. I am going to be like discussing what's going to be going on in June, and we're also going to be playing a little game. So I created a game board and that is going to be what we are playing with for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to roll, I'm going to move around the board, and that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of rules. Now, if you'll notice on this board, there's not a typical start and end like there is on most game boards. In fact, there is no end and there are 4 starting points. That is because this is broken up into the 4 quadrants, or the 4 teams that are going to be part of the competitive aspect of the Amazing Readathon. So we have the Illusionist up in the purple, we have the Oath Keepers in brown, the Gale Weavers in teal, and the Steel Watchers in blue. I asked all of my hosts to give me an emoji. And then I put it on a poll because I didn't know where was I supposed to start. So I put it on a poll, and just narrowly, the otter and the monkey are winning. So that was Claire and Mel, and that means that we are going to be starting with the Gale Weavers. So we're going to start in the teal. Honestly, I can't lie to you, this is one of my favorite designs as far as the teams, mostly because they have a pirate ship and a kraken on their bookmark. Very excited about that. Although, to be honest, I am obsessed with all of the bookmarks this year, and they're supposed to be delivered tomorrow. So if they are, we're going to unbox them on the vlog. It's gonna be a good time. But we need to pick our first book. We need to figure out what we're going to be reading, what we're gonna be starting with. So let's go do that. All right, I was gonna do just like an overhead on my iPad, but I thought I'll just screen record this and it'll make it so much better. Plus, I'll be able to use this little cute dragon as my playing piece. Okay, I couldn't find my nice dice for some reason, so we're just gonna use this one today. All right, we got a 4. Okay, so I could go 1, 2, let's see, I could do a lot of things here. All right, if I land on a portal, then I can go to another spot. I don't know that I necessarily want to do that though. So we could do 1, 2, so we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's not right. We couldn't do that. So I don't think that we can stay in the green just because of the way that they are connected. And that's fine. So we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. We could go up to social media rack. We could go 1, 2, 3. What happens if you go to start? Oh, we gotta figure that out. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4. We could go to graphic novel. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we could do that. Go back to an ebook. So we go back to green, or to nature on the cover. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could do buddy read a book or go to the portal. Now I have decision paralysis. I think we're going to do this. I think we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that way we stay in the green, which is what the vote was, and we do an ebook. So I'm not actually going to be picking up Between Flames and Deceit. I'm already 20% of the way into this, but that's okay. I'm still gonna count it. It's my readathon. I can do that. And you're like, that's not an ebook. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I am reading it on KU. I just also have the physical copy and it's easier to see than this one. This is a book that the author sent to me for a promotional TikTok, and then like it sounded really good. It's romantasy, it's age gap. It's like she ends up with like her future father-in-law instead of the guy that she's supposed to be with. It's on my Our Fantasy bingo, and it's a book that like I got 20% into, and then I've just had to put it down for one reason or another. I've had other projects that I needed to pick up, and I kind of like inadvertently took the first 10 days or so off of vlogging in April, and then therefore didn't read anything. So there's that. But that's gonna be the first book that we read. Hello, happy Monday. It is officially day 1 of the Scramble, and I don't have a reading update, but I do have a bookmark update. So the bookmarks are here. There's a lot of them. Here we go. Let's open them. Oh my goodness. I already took them out of the box because they are they're always like completely covered in tape. This is more bookmarks than I have ever ordered like at one time. My idea is that I would have enough so that I won't have to do a restock. That's the plan. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Okay, so we have The Illusionist. They have the holographic foil. We have the Steel Watchers. We have the Gale Weavers with our fun octopus little guy. Oh my gosh, he's so cool. Oh, I'm loving the holographic foil on them. I'm obsessed. Okay. And then this is the main logo with the worlds are waiting. And then also the for the Pathfinders, because I didn't make them a specific one. That's exciting. Okay. Oh, the other thing that I'm going to do tonight. Okay, I have not finished. I haven't started this at all. However, my wonderful friend Margaret got me, hold on, it's underneath the tripod, a Loki pop socket. Okay, fun, wonderful. And so I then ordered Loki stickers, and I'm gonna redecorate my Kindle because I've had this since the beginning. Honestly, I think it was since December, like since I got this. It's time to redecorate it, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna officially bring back the Loki era. So that's what we're gonna do. But I need to take pictures of these bookmarks and at least like send them to my hosts and let them see them ahead of time. So that's all I have for you. That's not really an update, but I will come talk to you after I've read a little bit more of the book. Hello, happy Wednesday. I come to you with bad news, and that is that I am DNFing Between Flames and Deceit. It took me 2 days to get like 10%, and that's a problem. And I'm gonna soft DNF it for now. I'm not going to like say that it's a terrible book or anything like that. It's just, it's not the book for me right now. I'm pretty sure it's me, it's not the book. It's something that like I can't do slow burn right now. It's just not working for me. It's fine. The book is fine. It's just very slow burn, and because I feel kind of slumpy right now, and the other romantasy that I read was the Neverlist, which is why I choose, and I mean like they were fucking very quickly, I'm just not hooked with this. I feel like the concept of it is fantastic. I should like this book, but it's just not, I'm not in it right now. So we're going to DNF it, we're going to roll again, but yeah, I'm gonna soft DNF it for right now, and like maybe I'll come back to it when I'm more in the mood. So I found my fancy dice, I found my dragon dice holder, so let's roll. And we got a 5. All right, moving you over a little bit, we have we have our little dragon. We're on ebook now. We have a 5, so we have a couple of different options that we can go. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go to a retelling, or why choose a pull pick. I don't know that I want that because I want to find a book quickly, and I only have 20 minutes before sprints start. So we could go 1 color generator, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's not even, you can't even go that way. What was I thinking? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, you can't go from genre blend to retelling. I'm fine, it's fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could go to cozy. Don't know that I want that. Or go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or back down to the portal, and then I could just spin again or roll again. That could be an option. Or if we go the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So social media rack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nature on the cover. That's option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a romance. Oh, you know what? I kind of want to do this because I really want to read Swift and Saddled. The fourth one just came out yesterday, and so everyone's talking about them, and I never continued the series. I've only read Done and Dusted, and I kind of want a cowboy romance. So I think maybe we do that. So let me just make sure, because clearly I cannot be trusted to figure out if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, okay, that's gonna work. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're on with the romance. Here we go. We are into the brown quadrant, and with a romance, just as an FYI, is the, like, so here's how I designed this board. The ones that are closest to the start are the ones that are closest to the host that are going to be for that team. Basically, I'm trying to give everybody like an Easter egg of who the hosts were, but since the announcement already came out, I can tell you that is definitely because of Katie, because obviously she has a very large romance channel. So with a romance was Katie. And I'll kind of go through the other ones as we go along, like you know, why they were the way that they were. Ebook was one, I guess I kind of like worked for both Mel and Claire, because it's like they both read a lot of ebooks, they both read a lot of Kindle Unlimited. So yeah, that's why. But yes, romance definitely was for Katie. The book that we're gonna read is gonna be Swift and Saddled. That's, yeah, I need something fast paced. I need something light and fluffy. Now we need to go find an audiobook for it. Hello, it's been a couple of hours. It's almost 5 o'clock in the evening actually, so it's been a lot of hours. But I am 120 pages into Swift and Saddled, and I am having the best time. This is so good. The banter in this is so good, but also our characters are dealing with their own things, like they're dealing with their own issues. Our female main character is like trying to get over a toxic marriage, like a previous marriage where she left and he was very controlling and he was very like possessive, and he like didn't let her drive. Like he didn't teach her, she couldn't drive a manual, so he bought a manual car so that way he had to drive her everywhere, and so therefore she didn't have any freedom or anything like that. Her credit cards were all in his name, and so she's like trying to deal with the aftermath of that. And as someone who was in a toxic marriage, not that toxic, but a little bit toxic, and had to deal with that and get out of that, I really relate to that. And then Wes, our male main character, is dealing with depression, and he has that, he has this very light and airy vibe to him, and he seems like at a distance, at a first glance, that he is carefree and, you know, perfectly fine, but underneath the surface he's dealing with a lot of mental issues. And it was really funny. He was you know, going through these like intrusive thoughts when we're in his POV, and he's like, dumb sad brain, and I just think that that's so relatable and so great, and I'm having a great time. So it wasn't the slump, it was the book that I was having an issue with. Well, I mean, it's partly the slump, but I just needed something that was quick and like really got to the point. They were making out in chapter 2, so like we definitely were not we were going much faster. So having a great time with this, really enjoying it. So it's Wednesday evening. I don't have any plans for tonight. I did sprints earlier today, and so tonight kind of just have the evening off. I did a lot of like admin stuff today, a lot of you know, made TikToks, did that kind of fun thing. I was doing a day in the life like TikTok thing, but I ended up doing pretty much the same project all day, where I was just sitting at my computer, and I was like, well, that's boring. So maybe we'll try to do that again on Saturday when I'm doing some more interesting things. Good morning. Hello. Happy Saturday. It's been a few days. Discord's going a little crazy right now because we're about to do our sneak peek for the Amazing Readathon, which is super exciting. We're going to do that in like 20 minutes. But I figured we've got a little bit of time, so let's chat. I did finish Swift and Saddled a couple of days ago, and then I just have been working on other projects, so I haven't been able to come and talk to you. But I finished this and I'm giving it 5 stars. This was so good. The depression rep in this book is phenomenal. It's just so real, and a lot of times we see the men are written so like perfectly, so cookie cutter, and I love seeing it when like the male main character is also flawed, if that makes sense. So yeah, fantastic. I love this one, and I will definitely be continuing the series. Maybe I'm in my cowboy romance era. Who knows? That would be interesting twist. For those of you that don't know, I grew up in Texas, so like that is a twist. But it's time to pick another book. Time to roll again. Somehow I've lost my nice dice again, but we have this one, so that'll work. And then we're gonna pick another book. So here we go. All right, excuse the dog care. All right, we got a 3. Okay, let's see where we can go. All right, here we go. We've got a 3, so we can go graphic novel from your 2025 TBR to the portal, and then we would be able to roll again. We could go graphic novel, recently hauled, to the portal again. I think we actually like have to go to a portal. I think that's like, unless we go like start with a mystery, then social media rack, we could go that backwards route. But that's pretty much the only option that we've got there. So, or graphic novel, wait a minute, graphic novel. Nope, it doesn't go there. We go graphic novel with a mystery, social media rec. Or we can go from your 2025 TBR to the portal to continue a series. What do I want to read though? Okay, I actually want to do that because I really want to read The Perfect Divorce. That's the sequel to The Perfect Marriage that just came out. And I really want to read that. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I think we're going to go from your 2025 TBR to the portal to continue a series. So we've moved into the purple, and this spot was inspired by Cassidy because she has Reader DNF and the like whole idea of continuing the series. So that's why we have that. So yeah, we're gonna continue a series, and I think I'm gonna read The Perfect Divorce. This one just sounds really fun. It sounds like a fun, quick time, and I'm kind of in the mood for a thriller. Hello, it's been a couple of days since I've chatted with you. Here's the thing, when the vlog is like a specific time, I forget that it exists, especially when I'm doing multiple vlogs at the same time, and I was trying to finish up my new releases vlog, but that one's done now. So now we can focus solely on this. I'm about 100 pages into The Perfect Divorce. I'm reading it physically, like turning pages physically. Couldn't find it on, well, like I'd have to use a credit on audio, and it's like 280 pages. So I was like, it's not really worth it to have to like buy it. I don't know. It's a mindset thing, which is fine because like it's also kind of fun to just sit and physically read. It's what I've been doing at night, which is why I'm not as far along in it. But I'm having a fun time. It's very similar in vibe to The Perfect Marriage. I do think that it's going a little bit quick, I guess is the word. I don't know how to say it. There's a lot of POVs in this. We're dealing with a lot of different sides of the story, whereas in The Perfect Marriage, it was a little bit tighter knit. And so I think that may have been what, like why I'm feeling like it's going so fast, because we're jumping from like character to character, like we're playing popcorn POV, I guess is the best way to put it. And the chapters are so short. I did, however, roll again because I was like, oh, I'm gonna need an audiobook today because I had finished up my new release vlog. So I was like, oh, I need a vlog. So I did another roll. I didn't film it while I was doing it, but I got Genre Blend. And so then I went ahead and I got the audiobook for Blood and Steel. Well, I already had the audiobook, but I have the audiobook now of Blood and Steel. Have I listened to more than one chapter? No, I have not. I was really ambitious about what I thought I was going to do today, and that just did not happen. Best laid plans, you know, whatever. So that'll be a project probably for tomorrow where I will continue reading, or I will like really get into that. But I'm on sprints tonight with Brittany and Rainey and Leandra, and I thought, you know, I feel like tonight's gonna be like a physical reading kind of night. We'll see if we stick with that, but I think for now I do want to read this. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. And then tomorrow I will do audiobook stuff because I do have some work that I need to get done. And then also I wanna start working on my office. I have some ideas for like some redecorating, some reorganizing, just some like things like that. I also have some bookmarks that I want to show you. One is from Mel, which would be the Patreon bookmarks, and then the other one is the Escape bookmarks. We'll start with Mel's. So the top tier of her Patreon has gets a bookmark. Oh, that is pretty. That's gorgeous. So it's just a little mushroom, love it, with the gold foiling. It's got like the little foil on the top of the mushroom as well. That's really pretty. Oh, I thought it was like dust on the top, on the like back of the like the black, but it's actually like this plant shadow. That's actually really cool, and it's very aesthetic to my my computer mat here. I'll take a picture and put it right here, but it kind of blends in. And then let's get the Escape ones. This is Escape the Readathon, which as you're watching this, like just started, so you should definitely go check it out. They're wrapped with a little orange paw print for the Orange Cat Cruise. It's so cute, I love it. Oh, these are so pretty. It's such a different aesthetic than what I'm used to for Lexi, because she's not like a pastel person, I guess is the best way to put this, but these look so good. We have the podcasters one. They all have the foil, the holographic foil. Episode 1, is this thing on? Waivers mandatory, 1 season only. Then we have the orange for the hackers. Anonymous, I'm sorry, am I bugging you? Established 2025, firewalls not provided, 1 life only. I love the little puns on, they're not pun, whatever. And then we have the purple for the mediums. Love it. Oh, it's just so pretty. It's not focusing very well. Spirit Chasers, are you even listening to me? Established 2025, always say goodbye, 1 haunt only. And then lastly, we have the Detectives, which is the team that I am on. Murder Theories, actions speak louder than alibis. Armchair Detective, 1 case only. Love it. Okay, so that's the bookmarks. And that's my update right now. I do have to edit a little bit tonight. I need to like just edit 2 clips that I didn't get to. And then after that, then we can do some reading. Then we can chill. But I'm about to make this whole room super cozy because I am home alone all week. Derek left for a work trip today and it does not get back until Saturday night, which is, I feel like, so long. Hello, happy Thursday. I am so tired. I got about 3 hours of sleep last night. Why are people honking? Now everyone's gonna start barking. Love this. Anyways, I got about 3.5 hours of sleep last night. I'm so tired. I have a headache. It's not a great time, but I am a little over 50% of the way through The Perfect Divorce. And I haven't wanted to come and talk to you about this because I'm not enjoying it. And I hate that because I loved The Perfect Marriage. It was so much fun. This one just feels, it feels like a cash grab. It feels like, it didn't need to be written. The Perfect Marriage, I feel like, ended perfectly fine. And then this is like we're trying to tack on an extra season of a show when everyone and their brother knows we should have ended it. You know how those shows are when it's like they go 1 season too far? That is the feeling I'm getting from this book, and it's so frustrating. There's also like a lot of POVs. The chapters are so short, and so we're playing what I like to call popcorn POV, because it's just jumping into people's heads so quickly, and I'm not invested in this book. I'm over halfway through it and I'm not invested in the slightest. So that's fun. I'm gonna finish it because, like I said, it's, you know, a short book. And I want to be able to like keep it, to be able to keep it on my shelf with The Perfect Marriage because I loved that one. But this one is not doing it for me. I just wish it didn't need to exist. I can appreciate what she was trying to do. Like, you know, we were trying to capitalize on a new audience because it was written, you know, like there's a new surge of popularity from her other books that are going back and reading this one, and like, or going back and reading The Perfect Marriage. And so it's like this new audience that she has. Like, I get it, get your money, like do you, but it's just not working for me, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to finish it tonight, but like I said, I am so tired. I went into the office today and I probably shouldn't have because I'm just so beat. So love that. I had planned to come home and I was gonna film my TBR because we had a really nice sunny day, and so I've got like great light here. I legitimately cannot do anything. I'm gonna go lay on my couch and chill. I'll probably order food tonight because I don't want to cook anything. I don't want to do dishes. That can all be a tomorrow thing because I don't know if I just overdid it yesterday because I was so productive yesterday. I had such a good day yesterday. I got so much done, and it was a lot of channel stuff, a lot of content stuff, a lot of author stuff, and I was just, I was in such a good mood yesterday. I was talking to Derek on the phone yesterday. He's like, you just seem so much happier when you get to work on this stuff and you don't have to do your day job. And I understand everybody probably feels that way, or most people probably feel that way, that they don't want to do their day job. It's just it's draining. It's exhausting. I am gonna go. I'm gonna chill. The draft is tonight, the NFL draft, so that's fun. I love the draft, especially night one, just because it's a lot of hullabaloo and a lot of fanfare. So that starts in an hour. So I think I'm just gonna chill for a bit and then we'll go from there. But I will finish that book tonight because I can read it while I'm watching the draft. Good morning. I got a new mic. I got a little handheld mic. I don't know if it's going to sound good or not, so we're going to try this. But I got it to do some TikToks for Indie Bookstore Day because that's tomorrow. But anyways, I want to talk to you because I finished The Perfect Divorce last night. Okay, it was predictable, honestly. It was predictable, which is hard to say for Geneva Rose because normally she has pretty good plot twists, but honestly maybe it's because I was expecting it, you're expect the unexpected, but because of that I was okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense, and I never cared. And I think the interesting thing is, okay, this book, or this series, I guess, these characters, they're not likable, okay? Sarah is not a likable main character. She was not likable in the first book, especially at the end. And so when you get a sequel with her, I'm just wondering why. So, yeah, I think, is it 2 stars? Is it 2 stars? I think it might be. I think it might be 2 stars. I might be convinced to go up to 2.5. It was a nice popcorn read, I guess, but I feel like this book took way too long to read. I do think that the audiobook probably would have been the better idea because there were some text messages. There was, I was saying earlier, this podcast element to it. So it could have been more interesting via audio, and I probably would have gotten through it a lot faster than trying to physically read it. But wasn't going to spend money on an audiobook that was, for 250 pages. So anyways, that being said, I'm going to keep the book for now because A, I have room on my hardback thriller shelves, and B, I have the special editions that look really cool together. But I'm disappointed in this. I'm really disappointed in it. The whole thing just felt like a cash grab, like I was saying last night. So I am going to be continuing in Blood and Steel. I'm not going to roll again quite yet because technically Blood and Steel was the roll after The Perfect Divorce. And I have an audiobook for this. And it's Friday, and we have a really fun thing that's happening at work today. So my office manager is a friend of mine, and she's actually the person that I'm going on the bookstore crawl with tomorrow for Indie Bookstore Day, which is going to be in a separate vlog because this one is going to get way out of hand. Anyway, so we decided the weather is going to be so nice today. I think it's supposed to be 74 degrees or something like that. It's going to be perfect, which is funny because it is April 25th, which if you know, it's the perfect date. Anyway, so the weather's going to be perfect today. And since we are both readers, we thought we would send out an open invitation to the office for people to join our silent book club. And we're just going to literally read during our lunch break. We are going to go outside. There's this little grassy area out front of the office. And so we got lemonade. We got some fancy lemonade that we're going to serve, I guess, and then people just bring their lunch and they bring their book, and we're gonna read for an hour, and it's just gonna be so nice and chill and relaxing, and it's going to be something that we like, if we continue to do it, we'll be like, we look forward to this every Friday. So I brought my Kindle, but I'm 100 pages into Blood and Steel, and I am enjoying it so far. I feel like it's moving really fast. I feel like it's not like I'm not hooked quite yet, but again, I'm only 100 pages into it, and it's quite a big chunky book. But we do love a stabby main character. We love a badass character. And I also think that one of my favorite, like, micro tropes, it's not really a trope, character development, character arcs, is when a man tells a woman, you can't do this. You can't do something. And she goes, bet. We support women's rights. We support women's wrongs. It's a great time. Anyways, so that's, I'm really loving our main character. She's quite badass. But like I said, I'm still very early into the plot, but I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. So that's my update. I need to go to work. I don't have to teach a class today, but I do have to proctor an exam. So she has 2 hours to take the test. Usually it doesn't take that long. So there will be a little bit of time in the morning that I will not be able to listen to my audiobook. And then I've been listening to these podcasts recently. I've I started getting into podcasts. I mean, technically it's still on YouTube. But I am just trying to like take in as much like business information as I can, as far as like content creation and like how to make that a business, because as you know, that is the journey that I am on. And I am inching ever so closely to it. And I am the type of person that wants to get all of the information and then try to sift through it and see what works, what doesn't, what, translates over to bookish content creation. And so, yeah, that's what I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to, just be able to market myself, be able to set myself up for success so that I can do this, because this is what I love. This is what I have a passion for, but not to like harp on that subject anymore because I've talked about it a lot, but that's just like what is consuming my entire brain right now. And it's why I haven't read very much this month. Like I've read 7 books this month, 8 books, something like that. It's not very much. But I think a lot of that is just because I've been just overwhelmed with, and overwhelmed is it's a bad like word. I'm not overwhelmed in the sense that like I'm burning out or anything like that, but this transitional period where you are kind of at that point where you could shift is the hardest part, because I am essentially doing 3 jobs right now. Doing my full-time job, I am trying to do content creation and work on my author service stuff, and then also like the Amazing Readathon is a separate job, and that is a whole nother thing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I've been ranting and rambling for way too long. Hi, it's been a couple of days. The Scramble is over, and by the time you're seeing this video, the announcement for the Amazing Readathon has gone live. So that's exciting. We've already, like in less than 36 hours, hit our year 1 number, which is mind-blowing. It took us 2 weeks to get to that number last year. That's exciting, and it seems to be going well. I know there was a lot of like changes that we did this year based on feedback and things that went well last year, things that didn't go well, and so yeah, we've done some changes, but I think it's gonna be a good year. But let's talk about Blood and Steel. I'm giving this 4.5 stars. I loved the ending of this book. Am I devastated by the end of this book? Yes, I am. This was heartbreaking at the end, and I cannot wait to get into book 2. I will definitely be reading it sooner rather than later. This was very, 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 very good. I want to see Kip and Cal. I want to see more of their stuff. I want to see, like, sometimes the side characters, they tend to get like, I don't know, like pushed off to the wayside, but those 2, or the 3 of them together, was fantastic. And I'm also really glad, at least so far, we haven't seen it turn into like a love triangle. They are truly friends and this like little ragtag team. 4.5 stars. Love this. I can't wait for book 2. It's gonna be a good time. But that's gonna be it. I didn't read nearly as much as I wanted to in these 2 weeks, and so I feel like the vlog kind of ended up being a little bit boring, a little bit sporadic. So I apologize for that. I wasn't expecting my slump to hit this early. Normally, like, I don't read a lot in May, but I also didn't read a lot at the end of April either. It's fine. But yeah, anyways, my wrap up is going to be very small, very short. But I am so glad that you guys had a good time with the Scramble if you participated. And if you're participating in the Amazing Readathon, let me know what team you are going to be down below, or you can do the emoji for the team. Either official or unofficial, doesn't matter. And I may not be doing a like wrap up for the month of April just because I didn't read a lot and most of it was in this vlog anyways. But let me know what your favorite book of the month was. Mine was probably Swift and Saddled, and like this one being a close second. So that's exciting that I found some good books. And if you did miss the announcement for the Amazing Readathon, I will leave it right here for you. You can check it out and learn all the fun details. We'll see you in June. That is all I have for you today. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little button that you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Threads, Goodreads, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!